Ladies and gentlemen, do I dare say that Chelsea Football Club are back? We're so back. Oh my God, what a performance today from the boys. Away win at Fulham 3-2. Insane match. Xabi Alonso's first day of managing the Blues on the pitch. And I think he cooked, to be honest. I think we kind of all knew what the setup was going to be, but lineup was way different. I think no one was predicting that lineup. Like, Gusto was nowhere near my starting 11, but put in a bit of a shift today. We'll give him some respect. Wasn't like really doing a whole lot, but crazy lineup. Moises and Palestra being injured was kind of news to everybody. I don't feel like no one really knew about that. And our front three. We might have the best front three in the Prem right now, with Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro, and Morgan Rogers. The new man scores on his debut, does the cold celebration. Now both him and Cole can do it together. At the end of the match, or when Cole put his away, but all three of them with Reece James was also doing it. It's going to be a very, very cold season for everybody. We might even get to freezing temperatures, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, got my lineup wrong, but who was predicting what we put out today? That was just kind of weird, and it did the job, but I don't think anyone was expecting Lavia and Reece James to be the partnership in the middle. Enzo not starting, pretty interesting. Does come off the bench, though, which makes it probably even more interesting. I think if he just didn't play, it's like guaranteed he's gone to City. But then at the end of the match, if you guys have seen the clip, he leaves the boys who are celebrating in front of the away fans, and I feel like that's also a pretty telltale sign that he is out the door, and we're going to bring in somebody insane. And yeah, I mean, he just doesn't look like he wants to be there, essentially. So, like, why would we even keep him at that point? And Man City, bro, just pay the money at this point. You guys have it. You guys are selling everybody. You have the money. Go get Enzo Fernandez like you have always wanted, and we'll be chilling. But today, what I want to do is give you guys my player ratings for the match today. Obviously, first game of the season, watched all of it. I think we all know who's going to get man of the match. But anyways, let's break that down right now. All right, so got this nice little graphic behind us. We're going to go through starting 11 and obviously the substitutes that came in as well. So there's going to be about, 14 players, 15 players or something like that. Not doing Fulham as well because just don't care. It's kind of a shame that starting 11, you have to start at the back because I could talk about this dude for like 24 hours and probably still have things to say because he is just so frustrating back there. And I don't know how, after 3 years of watching this, that we still have him in net. But Robert Sanchez, I'm giving him a 4.5. He was horrendous back there for most of the match. Made a couple saves, but they're kind of just like straight at him. Second goal pushes it straight out to the Fulham player, freaking the new Real Madrid striker Garcia. And then Josh King's goal. First off, how are we letting Josh King score on us after the whole debacle that happened last season when we got the goal called off and they were so butthurt about it, and it was like screw Chelsea for like 2 months or whatever, and Josh King was, disrespected, all this nonsense. And his goal, I don't like Robert Sanchez. How are you not saving that? I think I could have saved that. And I'm not even a keeper. But it's like straight at him from a terrible angle, and he just lets it go right under his body. Like, are we being dead ass in the first match of the season, bro? You're not locked in. Like, I am so sick and tired of this man. I want Penders to play and just give him a shot, see what he can do, because Rob is just not it. He is not it. And we've been known this. Like, it's not new news at all. But 4.5 for Rob. Josh Achampong. Was not expecting him to start. Not really expecting him to play that much either. But gets the start. And I think he does a pretty good job. However, the one thing he was kind of struggling on is towards the end of the game, because probably just got a little tired. Fitness today wasn't the best from everybody, with it being the first game. But over the top balls, he just could not track the man. Anthony Robinson had a good chance at the end of the match to kind of tie it up 3-3, and it was kind of Josh's fault how he just couldn't keep up with the ball and just let it go over his head. I'm going to give him a 7, I think. 7 for Josh. Other than that, he did really well. Made some clutch tackles. Good ball moving forward. just kind of, play that right center back role the way you should. So shout out to Josh. Next, another debut for a man we've been needing. We've been needing a center back like this guy. We haven't had it since the dude on the back of my jersey. I think we saw the reincarnation of Thiago Silva's Chelsea career in Maxence Lacroix today. Bro was outstanding at the back. Brand new team, brand new system. And I don't think he put a foot wrong, honestly. He gets an assist on the day. Debut assist. Not even our defenders are going 007. That is insane to me. I mean, what is he doing in that spot for one? But also, great run from him. Like, it's like bro's playing pro clubs out here or something. Because he just ran forward from center back and gets a nice little assist. Good movement from Cole there to create that goal and everything, though. Lacroix, I'm going to give it 8.5. Well, no, we're going to give him an 8. Because still conceded 2 goals. Not really his fault, so I can't blame him there. There's only one man to blame for those. But, well, maybe 2 for the second goal. And we'll talk about him next. But, yeah, Lacroix, fantastic. I'm so excited that he's at our club. And I think he's going to be a Rolls-Royce center back for us, really. Like, he's going to be class. Moving on to his other partner, Levi Colwill. Plays left center back today. I kind of was hyping him up thinking he could do the job. He did all right today. Got a yellow card pretty early from a really bad giveaway and then a poor challenge leading to it. And second goal, he kind of leaves Garcia wide open. He's about, half a yard away from him or something and just doesn't get there and get a foot in. Again, not really his fault because Sanchez pretty much pushes it straight to Garcia, so he couldn't help him. But we're going to give Colwell a 6.5 today. Yellow card, kind of conceding a goal. Who knows? He's coming back from injury still, so I'm not counting him out. I think he's still class. He's a great center back. Just wasn't his best game today. Moving on to the outside wing backs, or mids, if you will. I don't really know what to call them. I call them wing backs. Gusto, like I said, did not expect him to start. Nowhere near my starting 11. Gets the start. Usually when he plays with Reece James, he's pretty good, especially with Reece James in the midfield. Obviously, Club World Cup, everyone knows what happened there. But today was not the case. Gusto kind of flew under the radar. I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well because just didn't do much, if I'm being honest. Didn't really give us any attacking poise or didn't really, I don't know. Just kind of flew under the radar. Jorel Hato on the left. Similar. I think he put in a little bit more of a defensive shift than Gusto probably did, where Hato was kind of seen breaking up the ball a little bit and, winning the ball back and marking his man. So I'm going to give Hato a 7. Again, kind of flew under the radar, but did more than Gusto. And, he got hooked a little bit earlier, though, I guess. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that. 2 midfielders, the double pivot of Lavia and Reece James. I don't know if we've ever seen both these guys start in the double pivot for us. And I think they did pretty good. I mean, it helps when you start the game with scoring in the first 30 seconds, essentially. I think it was the 31st second that we scored or something. So that kind of sets the tone. We did kind of lose the midfield battle for a little bit, I would say, in the first half. When Fulham started putting some pressure on, they obviously get the equalizer. And we just kind of couldn't get our feet back into the game and get a hold of the ball. Reece James picks up a yellow card. Again, not the best. I'm going to give Reece James a 7. And I'm going to give Lavia probably a 7 as well. Again, not really the 2 players we expected to start, but did the job because it wasn't the best midfield battle today from Chelsea. Fulham did get a couple wins in there, I would say. Moving on to the front 3. We're going to start with the new Chelsea lad, Morgan Rogers. Picks up a goal in his first game for us. In the Prem, that is. He did pick up a goal in the first friendly game he played, technically. But 41 touches, creates the most chances. I do think that the chance creation day wasn't the best necessarily, but we had glimpses, and there's a lot of positive movement up there. So I do think it's going to be good. It was just towards like the last like 15 minutes. I think they were just gassed and just couldn't really do much. And eventually that's why they got hooked essentially. Or not hooked, but they got taken off. So absolute class from Morgan Rogers. I'm going to give him an 8.5 today because of the goal. Plays 82 minutes in his debut. Just looked good on the pitch. I think he fit in well with the boys. So I'm hyped about that. I think he's going to be another class signing for us. Cole Palmer. He is so back, everybody. Oh my gosh. If that's the Cole Palmer we get this year, one, my prediction's going to be correct about him getting player of the season. And two, Chelsea could actually win the league. We could win the league again because he was playing at a different level today. I feel like resting throughout the summer, got his injury sorted. He's been rehabbing it a ton. Fitness is through the roof. He was moving so quick today, quickest we've probably ever seen him since we signed him. Cutting through defenders again. Man, it was incredible to watch. I was so happy. Cole Palmer is getting a 9 in my books. Man of the match performance for me. No doubt about it. Goal and assist. And a pretty cheeky goal at that with Megan Leno. So that was pretty fire. And then last but not least, Joao Pedro. This dude is on fire. And like I said, he's going to challenge Haaland for the Golden Boot, I think. Because he is just not stopping. 7 goals in preseason. Gets a goal in the match today within a minute. 31 seconds. He puts it in the back of the net with an audacious chip, if you will. Crazy finish. Crazy just pressure to win the ball back and everything. Cole slips him through. Man. I'm like, when it started that quick, I couldn't believe it. I don't know the last time we scored that fast. And it was just unreal to start the season like that. Joao Pedro also picks up an assist. So that does put him pretty close to a man of match performance. I just don't think he did as much as Cole Palmer did today. Because Cole Palmer, he was all over the pitch today. He was actually running, which was kind of a shock. I feel like most of last season, don't know if it was because of the manager or the injury or what, but he just was not really running when he would play. And that was a bit of a concern. But Joao Pedro, he's also going to pick up, well, we're going to go 8.7 because I do think he edges Morgan Rogers a little bit. But I do think that they had all three of them, they played amazing. They were combined all over the place. Just absolute class performance. 3-2 win. That was freaking nuts. Let's go through the substitutes real quick. Pep Chavarria, we'll just nail them all off real quick because a couple of them didn't even play that much to get a whole lot of touches on the ball or, efforts, defensive efforts, anything like that. Pep Chavarria came on. Forgot he came on. Didn't see him until I saw the end that he had his jersey on. And that's not a bad thing. He came on, locked down the defense. We didn't concede again after he was brought on. And that's essentially that's his job. That's his job, right? So Pep, I'm going to give him a 6 just because he only played about 25 minutes, but didn't really do much. Enzo, same type of thing. He came on and just looked so disinterested. I think he gave away the ball the first 2 touches he had. I don't know what's going on with him. If he's going to stay at Chelsea, just freaking commit already. And if he's not, please get your agent to get you out the door because we don't want you if you're going to act like this. Enzo, I'm also giving him a 6. I just wasn't impressed. I mean, Reece James had to run over there and hype him up to really get him motivated for the game and kind of locked in. Obviously, insane captain from Reece James, but Enzo shouldn't need that in the opening game of the season, essentially, especially coming off the bench with a new manager. You should have something to prove. Pedro Neto. What a donkey that man is. But he ended up making it work. But still, he's a donkey. I'm going to give Neto 6.5. He probably actually did the best out of all the substitutes, I would say. And that one little clip he has where he has the 2 defenders on him and he's kind of twisting and turning and somehow gets through. He brings it back to the corner flag and then goes the opposite way. But then he shoots the ball. He shot it from there. What are you doing? He had everybody was open in the middle there. There was at least 3 guys open. Esteval had his hands up. Joao Pedro had his hands up. And he freaking shot it, bro. He's such an idiot. Pedro Neto, 6.5. Quenda and Esteval are 2 youngsters, the young ballers, baby goats. didn't really get that much time to play. Didn't really get any touches on the ball. Let's actually even see. Quenda had 6 touches. Esteval had 5. Quenda did have the chance to get us to go 4-2, but it was offsides. So that kind of sucks. But that was a cool moment for him. He's just going to get a 6 just because, like I said, he didn't really do a whole lot and didn't have enough time to get into the game that much. Same with Esteval. Esteval got up. I think he came on way too late. I probably would have subbed either Cole Palmer or Morgan Rogers, probably 75th minute. Probably Rogers because Palmer was on fire. So probably Rogers. Give Esteval a couple more minutes to play. But it is what it is. He's young. We got to manage his minutes. I'm not really too worried about that or mad about that. And that is my player ratings for Chelsea versus Fulham. 3-2, game week 1. We're so back. Come on, you Blues. Up the chels. And I'll see you next week.